Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Semis. The Celtics come in off a critical Game 1 win and are now poised and prepared as they attempt to take a 2-0 lead against the Pistons. Round 2 of the NBA playoffs continue, coming right up.
The Eastern Conference semifinals continue here on 2K Sports. Game 2. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. On our sideline reporting tonight, Allie LaForce. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Isaiah Stewart out there with Jalen Duren. Then it's Thompson, then it's Cunningham, and it's Herter in at the 2-guard position. And for the Celtics, the wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Vucevic is out there with Tatum, and it's Pritchard in at the 1 spot. You look at Detroit. Well, here they are walking in the door. We know they're hungry to even the score after losing Game 1. But listen, they're going to have to do it on the road.
And these fans are not going to go easy on it. There is going to be a lot of noise to tune out in this one. Hopefully, they're up to the task.
And so it's the Pistons getting on the board first.
And that's a quick foul going there. Looks like the refs are going to
Nice, and one.
Pretty close.
Now, Jason Tatum has become an extraordinary passer. This guy knows the attention he draws, just gets his teammates involved.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Find the lane. First shot.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Celtics, Peyton Pritchard. At the line, shooting 1.
That free throw good from Pritchard.
Sweet.
Here's Cunningham. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And he had all of us at the table quivering. What a move by Dave.
Cunningham against Pritchard. It's up a 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. They come into this game after losing on Saturday.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
And you can play Cunningham on the ball, off the ball. He's really a generational talent, partly because of his versatility.
Yep, that one goes.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Thompson passes to Stewart. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Shot clock at 6. Herter finds Stewart. And the dunk by Stewart.
When you can get off the floor like that, that wipes away any height advantage.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. Much of our discussion centered around Cade Cunningham. He said that's their catalyst. They look to him to control the pace, to read the defense, and to make the right basketball play, which he usually does. He is very tough to neutralize. Kevin, back up to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. And a wide open look for Cunningham. And Duren is right there.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Vucevic is screen on Herter. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to score.
Now, here's Cunningham. He's got 5. Stewart in the corner. Pass to Herter. Here's Cunningham. That 3 off the mark. Pritchard against Cunningham. Picked by Vucevic. Pritchard from outside.
Wow, air ball.
Detroit takes possession. And while we have a chance, let's now take a look at the NBA's season assist leaders. You look at Cunningham, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists. And, of course, Peyton Pritchard.
I think these two guys are having a little personal competition here in the playoffs to see who will finish with the most assists.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Cade is checked in, and it's Gonzalez in for Pritchard. Herter finds Thompson. That's a 2 from Cunningham. Detroit, no good that time either.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Tatum looking around. There's the lob to Brown. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Boy, you get a real glimpse of the explosiveness of Jaylen Brown. What a big-time finish.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Different look here for Detroit. Tobias Harris comes in for Thompson. And it's Duncan Robinson in for Kevin Huerter. .116 left in the first quarter. Outside Robinson. There's the lob to Durham. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Left side Gonzalez. Fires from deep. Buries it from three-point range. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now here is Harris. Back to Cunningham. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Cunningham's got 7.
And this is the beauty of Cunningham. He can score from anywhere on the floor. That length, obviously, a huge advantage.
Here's Brown. And finished off by Brown.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Like a fierce two-hander. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Off target from three-point range. To the inside. Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
You see the level of verticality that Jason Tatum brings to the table. Nice.
Cunningham looking it over. Up in time. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Boston on top. They lead by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And we're back for more exciting action from the Eastern Conference semifinal. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Celtics leading by 4. Here are the 5. Detroit has to start the second quarter. Reed out there with Harris. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Howland. And it's Jenkins in at the point. Vucevic with the bucket.
You love the decisiveness with which Vucevic is making these decisions. He's got the green light to shoot it on the catch.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And the Celtics with possession here after the basket by Detroit. Walsh can't get it to go. to Holland from outside the arc. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. A nice shot by Walsh. Walsh has got the lead up to 6 now for the Celtics.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's Harris. And Boston with the rebound. This team has been cruising through these playoffs. Just one loss so far.
Yeah, they've ripped through the postseason thus far, arguably playing their best basketball of the season. That's what you want this time of year.
Now here is Harris. He has yet to score.
Boy, he won't miss many of those, but it certainly happens and did there.
Picked by Vucevic. To the paint. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And so the timeout here by J.P. Bickerstaff. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Checked in for Boston. Richard comes in for Cameron Payne. And a different look here for the Pistons. Stewart's checked in for Paul Reed. Asar Thompson comes in for Holland. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Duncan Robinson. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Jenkins. Here is Cunningham. He has 7. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Just a special offensive talent. We don't see guys like Cunningham come through the league that often.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Boston.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
Now here's Tatum. 5 points in the game. From downtown, Tatum from 3.
What a weapon the 3 has become for Jason Tatum. Look out.
Pistons trail by 8. Now Huerter hasn't made one yet. Stewart kicks to Cunningham. Shot on the way. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Effective from the mid-range. For Cunningham, it's about shooting with confidence.
And it's Vucevic in the corner. Pass to Hauser. This one for 3. Garza. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Garza's got his first basket.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Harris passes to Cunningham. Over Pritchard. Cunningham's shot is off. Celtics leading by 8. Pritchard feeling it out a bit.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Cunningham. Misses off the left iron. Celtics have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Inside, here's Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Well, Vucevic has a great understanding of the pick-and-roll game, and his experience paying off there.
Here's Thompson, still without a basket. Now, here's Stewart. Here's Cunningham. And again, Cunningham missing. Boston's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Pritchard passes to Vucevic.
This guy's so polished inside. Nikola Vucevic great at being assertive and earning these fouls.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Nikola Vucevic at the line for 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Vucevic.
Nice.
What you love about Nikola Vucevic is every night you know he's going to play hard and he's going to do whatever it takes to win. You love playing with teammates like that, guys.
Duren, he's checked in for Tobias Harris.
All right, here we go.
And both free throws good for Vucevic.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
A shot by Stewart with no one around. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Pistons trail by 14. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Herter. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Pritchard with the ball. Vucevic setting the pick for Pritchard. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And so it's Boston with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Thanks for joining us for postseason basketball. Clearly, guys, the second half going to be a tough task for the Detroit Pistons.
Number one goal in the offseason, get yourself some rim protectors. The guys you have cannot do it.
And credit their opponent for relentlessly exploiting that here. Looking at how the Celtics are doing in this series. They were able to hold serve in Game 1, but they'll need that same effort to make the most of their home court edge.
Yeah, don't get comfortable. It's only one game, and it was a game that they were supposed to win.
Yeah, but you got a great chance to take a commanding lead in this series, Shaq. You could go up 2-0, and I don't see them losing the series.
Some big expectations on this game, too. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
You are back with us live as we bring you continuing coverage of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Cade Cunningham really making a difference here.
With so much on the line tonight, you have to be impressed with the way he came out and set the tone with his aggression.
You get the sense when there's big-time performances to be had, this guy wants to take part. You expect that this is a trend that will continue here.
And glad to have you with us as we get going here in Game 2. Dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. Pritchard and White are their guards. And it's Vucevic in at the center position. That's the Boston 5.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pistons trail by 16. That's a 2 from Cunningham. Rebounded by the Celtics. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And the Pistons with possession. Here's Herter. Plays it up and banks it in. Herter's got his first bucket of the night.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than
Nice.
catching a rhythm as early as possible.
Get it going.
That's a terrific start right there.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. This chase now to show you the list of the postseason scoring leaders. 5th on the list, Cade Cunningham.
And he's taken off on a tremendous scoring streak at the perfect time. I mean, obviously, he's established himself as a premier playoff performer.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the 3rd. Picked by Vucevic. Pritchard passes to Vucevic. The shot, no good. Pistons trail by 16. Herter finds Stewart.
Nice. Oh, that's one got to bounce.
Stewart with the screen on Pritchard. Stewart in the corner. 5 on the clock. Off target with his 3. And so it's Pritchard with it. He'll bring it up for Boston. Tatum setting the pick for Brown. Good on the triple. Brown's got 11.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
It's stolen by Vucevic. Pass to Pritchard. Now here's Vucevic. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
This guy is a crafty scorer. If Vucevic starts to cook, fellas, look out.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. finds Thompson. Looking to end the run. Here's Duren. And Duren slams it in.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Thompson misses. Boston leading by 19 points. Tatum a screen to the middle. And the dunk by Tatum.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
Now, here's Cunningham. He's got 12.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net. Oh, take flight, JT. Yes, sir.
1:32 left in the third quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Cunningham kicks to Stewart. And here's Herter outside. Vucevic with the rebound. Vucevic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Pritchard, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Pritchard's got 5 now.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Gotta respect that Cunningham takes charge, making something happen and drawing the contact.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Cunningham.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham. A talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
And the Pistons making a change here. Tobias Harris is checked in for Jalen Duren. Holland comes in for Isaiah Stewart. Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Jenkins in for Kevin Herter. And so Cunningham nails both of them. Celtics on offense. They're on a 15-6 run. Shireman, Holland with the rebound. Detroit's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Harris kicks to Holland. Pass to Jenkins. Offline with his 3. Boston leading by 23. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Picked by Vucevic. Down low. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. Vucevic has got 6 points in the quarter. And here's Cunningham. 14 points for him. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Boston Celtics holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Back to the action in just a minute. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for the Pistons, we've got Duncan Robinson. Holland is out there with Harris. Then it's Cade Cunningham. And it's Jenkins in at the 1.
Well, this guy was able to connect from deep in the first half. Hasn't found the range since.
Pass to Cade. It's stolen by Jenkins. And here we go. Fast break. Cunningham's got it. Here's Holland. And the 3 off target. Outside Tatum. There's the pick. Lets it go from deep. Buries the long-range jumper.
Jason Tatum is capable of explosive nights offensively. If you're the defense, you better lock in right now.
Pass to Harris. Now here is Robinson. Hauser defending. That one falls.
It does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
Now here's Tatum. Shoots. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Tatum's got 9 points here in the second half. Holland. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Hauser. And the Celtics another 3.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And Jenkins throws it down.
That's ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Cunningham against Pritchard. Just 5 on the clock. Boston needs to get off a shot. Cade's shot is off. For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And Howland gets it to go.
And that's something Cunningham takes pride in. Sharp read with that pinpoint pass.
Outside Tatum. They set the pick. Lets the 3 fly. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Now, here's Cunningham. Pass to Holland. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Robinson for 3. Cranes the three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Hey, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Fans are piling out the exits. Obviously a huge win here in Game 2 for the Celtics.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And this is a team right now that is really playing with swagger.
Yeah, and anytime you can go up 2-0, you are in the driver's seat. They are riding pretty high going into Game 3.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jason Tatum.
Boy, it's not just the scoring he gave them. It was the efficiency with which he did it.
Here's Garza. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Garza. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
That's not a bad shot, but this isn't really his shot.
Here's Holland. And that one, good.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Here's Pritchard. 3-second difference between shot clock and game. Queta, and there's the second dunk to finish it off.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And this win puts them squarely in the driver's seat in this series. Up now, Greg, 2-zip with all the momentum on their side.
I mean, in fantastic shape right now. If they can capitalize on this victory and win Game 3, you can just about put this series to bed.
You got it. That'll do it for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference semifinal. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jayson Tatum.
Game 3, Eastern Conference Semifinals. The Boston Celtics come into Game 3 up 2-0. Will their relentless desire thrust them to a third straight victory? The scenery changes to hostile ground as they face off against the Detroit Pistons. Round 2 of the NBA playoffs continue, coming right up.
This series already at 2-0. A lot to play for tonight. This is the Eastern Conference Semifinals. This is Brian Anderson. Joining me, analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and reporter Allie LaForce. And the starting group for the Celtics. White and brown are the wingmen. Jayson Tatum out there with Nikola Vucevic. And it's Pritchard in at the point guard. And for Detroit, Harrison Duran together in the middle. Kevin Huerter out there with Cunningham. And it's Thompson in at the 3. Taking a look at Boston, they're firing on all cylinders. Up 2-0 in the series. But now they enter a hostile environment.
Yeah, and that often affects your secondary scores the most. Some of the shots that go in at home don't on the road. They may need their stars to step up early in this one.
Now here's Pritchard. Right side Tatum. And it's good for 2.
He's got a great sense of timing on the pick and roll. When Tatum makes his move, it's decisive.
Cunningham outside. Shoots from the elbow, and that one drops for him.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
See, this is what analytics don't take into account. Some guys thrive in the mid-range. Really depends on the shooter. It's actually kind of lazy.
Vucevic, no good there. Good D by Duran. Cunningham passes to Huerter. Inside. Detroit moving the ball around. And here's Harris outside. Knocks down the triple.
You can just see how decisive Harris is. Effective at catching passes and just firing quickly.
Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Tatum's got 5 points.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain the triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Huerter passes to Harris. And the Pistons, another 3.
How's that for a response? Harris, a guy you love having on your team.
Pritchard against Cunningham. Here's Tatum. Nice jump shot. And it's 7 points for Jayson Tatum.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game. You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
White, good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
Now here's Cunningham. Duran with it. Pass to Huerter. Back to Duran. 5 to shoot. And the dunk by Duran.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can threat him with the lead pass. Well done.
White, the pass to Vucevic. Can't connect from short range. And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Harris finds Cunningham. To the inside. Out to Thompson. Pass to Harris. And stolen by Brown. Here's Tatum. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
You have to put some sort of contact on Tatum off the drive, or he will own you all game.
Boston shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Postseason. Let's see who's been working the hardest on the glass. Jalen Duren is second.
His awareness around the rim has really been impressive lately. It's obvious he knows every possession is important in the playoffs.
The first free throw is good.
What strikes me about Jason Tatum is really his versatility. He's got any move for any situation that you throw at him. His moves have moves. His counters have counters. That is a man that can finish plays or make them.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line.
He got the big one to tie it up, but really wanted to put them in front.
Shrugs off the contact and dunks it home. He'll go to the line.
Assisted basket. Coaches just love those, so credit Harris for the pass.
Detroit shooting their first free throw of the night here. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. There's Tatum with the three. Again, the miss by Boston. The Pistons lead by 3. Cunningham passes to Herter. Shoots from 12. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Tatum a screen on Herter. Drive by Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
That's you on defense there. You can't give Brown this much room for takeoff or it's going to be a problem.
The Pistons have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, J.B. Bickerstaff and I were able to chat. I asked him if there's anything in particular they can do to keep Tatum's production at bay. He mentioned, well, the playmaking ability is what hits you first. His skill is something we're going to have to slow down, and we feel we have a good plan defensively to do so. A plan is a good start. We'll see if they're able to execute. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. Up again. Duren with a rebound.
Wow.
The Pistons have got 6 of 8 shots to go. Here's Harris. Herter from long range. Hauser grabs the board.
He's got to be mad at himself. You won't get a better look than that.
Brown gets the bucket. Brown's gotten his second bucket.
Look, that was good defense, but Brown, he's just too good and just continues all the way through.
Here's Cunningham. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Outside Tatum. Puts up a 3. The shot comes out. Outside Herter. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Detroit on top, up by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. Happy to have you back with us for the Eastern Conference semifinals on 2K Sports. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Detroit.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
You know, another thing that has impressed me has been their numbers of points in the paint. Just dominating down there. They're just getting whatever shot they want in close.
On the floor for Boston, they've got Peyton Pritchard, and it's Queta in at the 5. Detroit moving the ball around. Jenkins misses. Celtics trail by 3. Here's Garza to the right side. Outside Pritchard. The 3-ball. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Here's Jenkins. Off target from 3-point range. And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for Boston. And they've had a remarkable postseason record so far. Only 1 loss.
And this group knows how to bounce back. They have a winning attitude, utmost confidence in their ability to figure out defenses and find creative ways to score. Very well coached, and even the younger players on this team have a sense of maturity that's uncommon.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. For Detroit. Thompson, he's checked in for Clinton. Herter comes in for Robinson. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Jenkins. And the Celtics also making a change. White, he's checked in for Shireman. Now here's Stewart. He's covered closely. Thompson finds Cunningham. Again, the miss by the Pistons. For Boston, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Data no good.
Oh, what?
Detroit has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Down low, Holland. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Now here's White. Launches it. 6 on the shot clock. On the wing, Hauser. From deep. He buries it from 3. Hauser's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Flying high, Ausar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
To the middle. Oh, it's stolen away. And now the Pistons in transition. Oh, throw it down. Wow. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Some changes here for Detroit. Jalen Duren comes in for Stewart, and Harris is subbed in for Holland. Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Brown comes in for Pritchard. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Celtics. They trail by 1. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. From behind the arc. No good on the shot.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Good opportunity for Harris to get something in the open floor where he can use his athleticism.
Outside Tatum. Lets the 3 fly. Jason Tatum. He's a sharpshooter.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Brown can't hit. The Pistons have gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. And Harris throws it down.
Leaving his defender in the absolute dust. Tobias Harris is doing everything right now.
Tatum feeling it out a bit. And the 3 off target.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Cunningham. Queta pulls it in. Queta's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Brown inside. Herder defending. Fades and shoots. Brown, no good.
Usually he's a master in the midi, but not that time.
And there's the lob. Fires from 14. A rebound by Detroit. Duren's got 6 rebounds in the game. Harris finds Cunningham. Duren with a screen on White. There's Cunningham with a 3. Knocks it down from distance. Cunningham's got 7 points. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Detroit on top, leading by 5. And we've got more action coming your way after this break.
Howdy, folks. Game 3 here at the half, and it is a substantial deficit for the Boston Celtics.
Big thing for me is their offense. Things are not clicking. Hard to say what's messing them up, but something's got to change.
Might want to juggle that lineup a bit, Jack. I mean, see if that helps.
Great job, Coach.
Checking out how the Pistons are doing in this series. I'll get straight to it, Kenny. Is this a must-win game for them?
They might not want to admit it, Ernie, but this is a must-win game. I look at this team and I think if they drop this one, it's going to get into their heads and then not coming back.
Stop it, Kenny. It's not over yet. They know how to respond when their backs are against the walls.
Well, I guess we'll just have to see how it plays out, huh? Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And welcome back, folks, for more Eastern Conference semifinal action. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum. Man, is he getting it done today?
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
And welcome back to our coverage of Game 3 on 2K Sports. Thompson and Harris make up the forwards. Cunningham is out there with Kevin Huerter. And it's Duren in at the center position. That's the group for Detroit right now.
There's Cunningham showing off that leaping ability. Outstanding finish with the slam.
Here's Harris. And Vucevic with the block. And Pritchard, here we go. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. He's got 5.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Now here's Cunningham. 9 points in the game. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
Here's Pritchard, trailing by 8. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. And Vucevic slams it in.
Doing exactly what you expect. Vuce setting a solid screen that gets things going.
Here's Cunningham. 12 points for him. Duren with a screen on Pritchard. Vucevic against Duren. Huerter passes to Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And looking at these playoffs so far, here are some of the players who have been distributing the ball the best. Well, you look at Cunningham. Boy, you'd love to have this guy on your team. What a passer. And, of course, Peyton Pritchard.
And those two guys have been dynamic in the postseason, providing a lot of playmaking.
Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action. Tatum with a screen. Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. It's hauled in by Huerter. The Pistons lead by 8. To the paint. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, PA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Now here's Tatum. 11 points in the game. That three's off the mark. Cunningham up top. He's guarded by White.
Impressive dime by Cunningham. You know, you can tell he really loves sharing the ball, getting his guys going.
Here's White. Inside. White gets it to go.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
And so Thompson will bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Harris against Tatum. Jacks up a three. Boston pulls it in. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And there's White. That's good on the assist by Brown.
Good stuff from Brown, providing the assist. He's made giant strides in his passing game.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Jenkins is checked in for Cunningham. The Celtics also with a sub. Hauser, he's checked in for White. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Pass to Harris. And again, no good by Detroit.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Outside Tatum. Vucevic, screen on Harris. Tatum from long range. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
Good job by Tatum to exploit the space just outside the arc.
Duren against Vucevic. And the dunk by Duren.
Ooh, that's a tough spot to be in as a defender. With that height disadvantage, it's very hard to protect the rim.
Outside Tatum. Three-pointer. The rebound by Detroit.
And to put things simply, this has not been his work.
Here's Harris. And that one goes.
Come on.
He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Brown inside, working on Duren. Here's Vucevic. Soft touch off the glass. Vucevic has got his second basket of the game.
Just a stellar rebounder. Vucevic, look, he relishes getting those extra offensive rebounds.
Here's Harris. Top of the key jumper, no good.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you've got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Knocks down the long J. Pritchard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Intelligent play by Tatum, moving the ball to get an open shot.
And that's a foul. Called on Kevin Huerter. That's his first foul.
Substitution on the floor.
There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter. And there's a pick. Pritchard, the pass to Queta. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
Nails it from 3.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. The Pistons on top, up by 5. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Celtics trail by 5. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. White and Brown are the wingmen. Then it's Sam Hauser, and it's Queta in at center. And here's Brown for 3. Drains the triple.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
White against Cunningham. Kate Cunningham with the flush.
I mean, he does everything on the floor. Cunningham always with max effort.
And so Brown will bring it up to the Boston Celtics. Pass to Queta. Nice assist, a nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
Overall, their shot selection has been much better here in the second half. We'll see if the rest of their game follows suit.
And for the Pistons, they're shooting 59% in this one. A good average. Gonzalez passes to Brown. And the Celtics, another 3. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Celtics?
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
Well, something else that has stood out to me has been their aggressiveness on the boards. They're just out-muscling the opposition on the offensive glass.
The Celtics with the lead. Oh, Jaylen Brown! A strong finish.
He had a forgettable start to this game, but he's really starting to come alive now.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team.
If you see someone with his friends, then you know what to do. Everybody's getting down.
Checked in for Detroit. Vucevic, he's checked in for Boston. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
J.B. Bickerstaff had some words for his team over the break. He told the guys to stay after it inside. He said our play inside is terrific right now. He said don't lose any of that intensity. Stay strong down there. It's always nice to hear a coach enjoying his team's play. Back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Cunningham passes to Harris. Count the basket and the foul! It's on Sam Hauser.
Just a big-time finish by Harris. One more coming at the line.
For the Pistons, Jalen Duren. He's checked in for Stewart. Thompson comes in for Holland. And Herter's subbed in for Robinson. The Celtics have got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. And up the court come the Pistons on the break. And Cunningham throws it down.
Yeah, just too much.
Come on.
He was able to
Really?
for points.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Detroit?
Oh, they've done a lot of damage in transition. Every time they see a chance to push the tempo, they're on.
And another note, how about the way they've cashed in off turnovers? Taking advantage when given the extra opportunity.
And Detroit again with the bucket. Celtics trail by 5. It's Brown on the wing, defended by Thompson.
And so far, Brown has been dialed in and is showing no signs of letting up.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Let's loose for 3. Nice work beyond the arc by Cunningham.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the court.
Vucevic, screen on Thompson. Brown can't get the three.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. Thanks for that great view, courtesy of the AT&T Connected Cam. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Celtics trail by 8. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Vucevic. Oh, the drop pass, and he dunks it down.
That's just an aggressive finish by Vuce. Once he gets strong inside positioning, he's looking for the finish.
Cunningham fires, buries it from outside.
I mean, just a string of terrific shots. I mean, this team is on fire.
Boston has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Vucevic, a screen on Harris. And Tatum buries it from long distance.
Taking matters into his own hands. Tatum gets those 3 points back in a hurry.
And here's Detroit. They're on a 16-7 run. Now Cunningham. The shot is money.
He is getting everything he wants. The defense is seemingly powerless to slow him down. It's sad.
Tatum outside. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. He launches. It's cleared away by Thompson.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Rebounded by Vucevic.
Great work by the defense. That's the intensity coaches want to see.
Outside Tatum. Shoots. Hits the off-balance shot.
And if anybody didn't know, Jason Tatum has that killer instinct just coming out in a big way.
A basket here would give them some breathing room.
Slow down. No need to hurry. Take the best shot available.
The Celtics on offense. They trail by 6. Brown with a screen. Shoots a 3. Duren pulls it down. And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Team 4. At the line for your Pistons. You're taking 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Yeah, as of right now, Jalen Duren kind of seems like a classic big man. He can block, he can rebound, and he really focuses on finding close-range looks.
And so both free throws good, and it's an 8-point ball game. And the Celtics call time here. 23 seconds left in the final quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
With timeouts, it's use them or lose them. So why not go down fighting?
Here's Tatum. Fires the three. The three is in. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Oh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he's able to hit the second one. And that increases the lead to 6. So it's Boston now.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
It needs to be a quick shot, then a quick foul.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Tatum. It falls!
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
And so it's Detroit who scraped by with the win. Things were looking scary for them coming into tonight. But with this win, they're right back in it.
They showed a lot of character and a lot of heart. Many experts had written them off, but now we've got a series.
That'll do it for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference semifinals. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And let's reveal our player of the game, Cade Cunningham.
Game 4, Eastern Semifinals. The Celtics have set the tone of the series up 2-1. Can they maintain their composure and take a commanding 3-1 lead? Now, the test awaits as they face off against the Pistons. Round 2 of the NBA playoffs continue. Coming right up.
2K Sports here to present you the NBA Eastern Conference semifinals. It's Game 4, and one that could go down in the books. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Pritchard and White are their guards. Dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. And it's Vucevic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Pistons, Harris steps in at the 4 with Duren at the center spot. Cade Cunningham out there with Kevin Huerter. And it's Thompson in at the 3 slot. You look at Boston. Well, Greg, this is the moment, and they can take command of the series.
Yeah, a win here on the road gives them at least 2 chances to close it out at home. That's a nice insurance policy for a team to have. And extra motivation to get the win and a cushy 3-1 lead.
Big time motivation, you're right. And so it's the Pistons getting on the board first. Pritchard passes to Tatum over Harris, and that one's good. Tatum.
Yeah, no hesitation, no overthinking it. Tatum just takes the shot.
Pass to Duren. The Pistons working the ball around now. And Duren slams it in.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Here's Pritchard. Vucevic setting the bid for Pritchard. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
For 3, Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists now in this one. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, J.B. Bickerstaff had a few moments to share with me. He talked about his approach in guarding Jason Tatum. He said, we want to crowd Tatum right from the jump and prevent him from getting into an early rhythm, especially from deep. Because when his three-point shot is falling, it opens up the rest of his game. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Allie. The first free throw is good.
And listen, Jason Tatum is one of the very best players in the world. He does everything well, can fill in wherever, the type of player who covers up your weaknesses.
And so Tatum nails them both.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Pritchard against Cunningham. Duren the pass to Harris. There's the lob to Duren. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, as a lob partner, Duren's exactly what you want. He really goes and gets it.
Here's Tatum, the screen from Brown. It's rebounded by Huerter. The Pistons have gone 4-4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here.
Well, come on, guys. Did you really think they'd shoot 100% for the game?
Now, here's Tatum. Vucevic setting the pick for Tatum. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Tatum's got 7 points in the game.
Oh, boy. Tatum has ways to hurt you from every area on the floor.
Here's Cunningham. Huerter passes to Cunningham. And here's Thompson. Cunningham, a screen on Brown. Fires the 3. Cunningham's shot is off. And so it's Pritchard who brings the ball up for Boston. And it's been pretty smooth sailing for him in the playoffs so far. They've only dropped 2 games.
And they're a team that doesn't get rattled, even with all the pressure that comes with postseason basketball. It's a testament to the leadership in that locker room.
Now here's Huerter. After the miss from Vucevic, Huerter passes to Thompson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Duren controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, the numbers will show that Duren is one of the top offensive rebounders in the game. He is a high-motor player.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. So for the Pistons, Stewart checked in for Thompson. And it's Duncan Robinson in for Kevin Huerter. The Celtics also changing it up. Sam Hauser's checked in for Derek White. And it's Gonzalez in for Pritchard. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Vucevic a screen on Harris. Tatum kicks to Vucevic. Rebounded by the Pistons. Robinson passes to Cunningham. On the way, Harris. Pass to Robinson. Offensive rebound. Here's Cunningham. Another shot. And Gonzalez pulls it down. Celtics trail by 4. Tatum looking around. Picked by Vucevic. Tatum no good. For Detroit, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark.
You know, Harris isn't just a jump shooter. He's also skilled at finding avenues to the rim.
Now here's Brown. No scoring in this one. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Shot and game clock separated by 5. That's a 2 from Cunningham. And Vucevic pulls it down.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Picked by Vucevic. Brown the pass to Vucevic. And Vucevic throws it down.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Jalen Duren has been leading the charge for the Pistons. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. And we'll be back with you shortly. And we welcome you back to Game 4 on 2K Sports. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Pistons.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
We've got Duncan Robinson, Isaiah Stewart out there with Howland. And it's Jenkins in at the point guard. They're the group Detroit will start the second one.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Klintman and Boston with the rebound. To bounce back from Wednesday's loss.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
Well, on the road, your defense needs to withstand runs from the other side, and that wasn't the case for them.
Here's Jenkins following the three-pointer by Boston. Robinson misses. start in the second quarter, about a minute gone. Pritchard feeling it out of it. Kept alive by Boston. Queta, the pass to Garza. Wants to get it to Hauser, and does. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Holland. It's rebounded by Jenkins.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense on him. But he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And on the screen now is the 2K leaderboard with a rundown of this postseason's assist leaders. You look at Cunningham, one of the best passers in the NBA, always looking to get his teammates involved. And, of course, Peyton Pritchard.
I think these two guys are having a little personal competition here in the playoffs to see who will finish with the most assists.
Pritchard with the ball, covered by Cunningham. Brown wide open, he fires. Great positioning on the putback. Queta's got the lead up to 1 now for the Celtics.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Stewart with the screen on White. Herter finds Stewart. Here is Cunningham. And it's blocked. And he's able to get it back. Here's Holland. No good on the triple. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Brown the pass to Hauser. Shoots over Herter. Hauser misses.
What's going on?
Detroit has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Pass to Thompson. The Pistons working the ball around now. They get the rebound. And he banks in the layup. Thompson's got his first 2 points.
Well, hauling in that board, Thompson giving his guys second chance opportunities.
There's a screen. Here's Hauser. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. A different look here for Detroit. Jalen Duren comes in for Isaiah Stewart. And Tobias Harris subbed in for Holland. And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Some changes for Boston. Jason Tatum comes in for Sam Hauser. And it's Gonzalez in for Pritchard.
Checking in for the Celtics, Jason Tatum. Gonzalez.
Here's Cunningham. Nothing on the board. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Well, that's what you want from Cunningham. Use your size, attack the rim.
Tatum on the wing. Guarded by Harris. Tatum from 3.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Pass to Cunningham from deep. Nailed from three-point land. Cunningham's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And Cunningham responds confidently at the other end.
They set the screen. Right the pass to Queta. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. The Pistons leading. Now, here's Durant. Pass to Herter. Beyond the arc. Rebound by the Celtics. 56 seconds left to play in the first half. Brown against Thompson. Brown outside. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, there's an example of Brown's ability to see the floor. Nice pass right there.
The Pistons have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Cunningham for 3. And it's Derek White with the rebound. Boston's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. He had a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Tatum, and the shot is long. Detroit's gotten into trouble with the three ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Cunningham inside, guarded by Tatum. Cunningham kicks to Harris. 1 second left. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's the Celtics leading by a point. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports.
Greetings, one and all. The postseason drama we love, and no disappointment here as it's a close game so far for the Boston Celtics.
This bench, they've been destructive. High energy, attacking like torpedoes.
Rising from the depths, 20,000 points from under the sea.
I see where you're going, but check this out. Making big waves out there, Ernie.
Ooh, well done. Checking out how the Pistons are doing in this series. I'll get straight to it, Kenny. Is this a must-win game for them?
They might not want to admit it, Ernie, but this is a must-win game. I look at this team and I think if they drop this one, it's going to get into their heads and they're not coming back.
Stop it, Kenny. It's not over yet. They know how to respond when their backs are against the walls.
Well, I guess we'll just have to see how it plays out, huh? And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And we're back for more exciting action from the Eastern Conference semifinal. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
And Boston has possession. It's a one-point game. Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Vucevic is out there with Tatum, and it's Pritchard in at the point guard position. Now, here's Thompson. And that one is good. Thompson's got the first points of the second half here for the Pistons.
An explosive player. Thompson has serious leaping ability, and that comes in handy around the basket.
To the middle, here's Vucevic. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Vucevic has got the lead, back up to 1 now for the Celtics. It's Cunningham with the drive, and the shot is good. Cunningham's got 7 points in the game.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Brown, good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Harris outside. There's the lob to Duren. The kick out to Cunningham. Pass to Thompson. And here's Herter. Lock at 6. Here's Duren. Tight covering.
Physical play by Duren at the rim, which doesn't allow much room for interference.
For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Cunningham against Tatum. For 3. Connects from three-point range. Tatum's got the lead up to 2 now for Boston.
And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
Duren sets the screen for Cunningham. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Yeah, they've come out of the break confidently. 4 of their first 5 here to start the second half.
Brown outside. Tatum setting the bit for Brown. To answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. For Detroit, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Pass to Herter. Off target from outside. And so it's Pritchard with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 1.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Now here's Herter. Still scoreless. Now here's Brown. Vucevic's screen on Thompson. Brown the pass to Vucevic. Shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists now in this one.
2 physical points from Vucevic. He enjoys bumping down low.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And the Pistons making a change here. Jenkins checked in. Boston also with the sub. Sam Hauser's checked in for Derek White. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Pass to Herter. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Harris's shot is good.
At this stage of his career, Harris is a floor spacer. fast to knock down three.
Outside Tatum. Launches it. The revenge three from Tatum.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Pass to Herter. Jenkins with a screen for Herter. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Hauser laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Hauser's got his first 2 points of the night.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's Harris. Lays it up off the glass. Harris has got 10 points.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for. The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Jenkins. He's covered by Pritchard. Over Jenkins. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Celtics lead by 1. And we'll be back right after this. Let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
You are back with us live as we bring you continuing coverage of the Eastern Conference semifinals. We've got Isaiah Stewart. Robinson is out there with Holland. Then it's Cunningham, and it's Jenkins in at the 1. That's the group for Detroit right now. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Well, what I want to know, where is the communication defensively?
Well, I can tell you, this kind of defense will drive coaches crazy.
And so it's Detroit with the ball. After the basket by Boston. Outside Robinson. Pass to Stewart. Puts up a three. The kick out to Cunningham. And Cunningham with the slam.
Big night for Cunningham. This is why he went first overall. Cade can take over a game. Brown gets it done inside.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Oh, I don't very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Here's Hauser after the basket by Detroit. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Stewart.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
That one good for 2.
What I love about Stewart, he never backs down. Plays the game with passion that's rarely seen.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. different look here for the Pistons. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Harris comes in for Holland. Asar Thompson, he's checked in for Duncan Robinson. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Jenkins. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. He likes the way they're finishing inside. Coach said when we get close, we are golden. They can't stop us in there. Let's keep pounding it as long as we can.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, defending Vucevic, it's rough and tumble.
Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Detroit?
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
And we also got to highlight how lackluster the opposition has been in terms of boxing out. This team is flat out bullying them on the offensive glass.
Tatum dishes to Brown. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. The screen from Brown. Tatum fires. Drained from outside.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Austin's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Here's Vucevic. It's stolen by Duren. Thompson, nice use of the glass on the finish.
Monster points from Thompson. No fear in the big moment.
Vucevic trying to get open. Oh, and he feathers one right through. What touch!
He's been in a big spot or two. Get it to NBA champ Derek White.
Derek White, one shot.
One shot.
And that one falls for White.
Pressure-packed free throws, but he stayed calm and nailed it.
Now Harris. Here's Cunningham. Vucevic pulls it down. A minute 50 left to play in the final quarter. Oh, what an assist. Leading him to the bucket.
Those are some veteran instincts there by Vooch. Knowing the situation and giving his team needed points.
And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. 4-point game. Harris against Tatum. Al Huerter for 3. And it's off.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
All right.
Never backs off, even as the defense clearly gets overly physical.
Free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
Well, look, what makes Tatum special is he helps you in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and on the glass.
And he is unable to get the second one. Now Duren. And there's the dunk.
And a timely make from Duren. They really needed that.
Celtics leading by 3. And one left in the fourth quarter. And here is Tatum. Now Vucevic. It's stolen by Duren. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Good.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possession from this point on.
Now here's Tatum. Brown with the screen on Harris. Tatum. The three goes down.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
Looking for a quick shot, trying to extend the game.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
Thompson sets the pick for Herter. Rebounded by Brown. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that's curtains for them. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
Timeout called the Pistons. They're trailing by 6. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
They need a quick basket here.
Yeah, and if they can get a decent look from 3, that's the shot to take. Not a lot of time to work with.
They trail by 6. Herder. The 3 doesn't go. And so they foul intentionally. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. And now they're sitting on a commanding 3-1 lead. They've grabbed this series by the throat, Greg.
And Kevin, I don't think they're going to let it go. You could see the determination they had tonight. They don't want to drag this series out. They want to get this thing over with.
It's time for us to say so long. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage during the second round of the NBA Eastern Conference Playoffs. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jayson Tatum.
Game 5, Eastern Conference Semifinals. The Boston Celtics have a lofty series lead with 3 wins. Will overconfidence be their undoing, or will their passion and determination help them prevail against the Pistons? Round 2 of the NBA playoffs continue, coming right up.
Tonight could be the end of this series or a step towards an all-time great comeback. It's Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Semifinals. In this game, we'll see the Boston Celtics going up against the Detroit Pistons. Joined by Grant Hill and Tim Legler, this is Brian Anderson. And we'll have Allie LaForce reporting for us. Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. Harrison Duran together in the middle. Kate Cunningham out there with Kevin Herder. And it's Thompson in at small forward. And for Boston, their backcourt, Pritchard and White. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. And it's Vucevic in at the 5. You look at Detroit facing elimination here. What do they have to do to overcome some pretty big odds against them?
Well, I mean, because so many people have already written them off this series, in a way, they really have nothing left to lose. They can come out loose, try to have some fun. Maybe that different energy will produce a different outcome.
They get it back out to Thompson from downtown. Here's Duran, and the dunk by Duran.
You have to put a body on Duran. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Tatum looking it over. Let's go with a 3. Duran with a rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Herder, and he banks in the layup.
And what a read there from Cunningham, showing he has vision and timing with his passes.
On the wing, Tatum. Picked by Vucevic. Releases. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now here's Duran. Outside Herder. Thompson, a screen on White. Shot clock at 5. Passes to Harris. Pistons keep it alive. And that one's good. Cunningham.
Wow, he really fires up his team with his ability to extend possessions.
Here's White. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Thompson, a screen on Pritchard. There's Cunningham with a three. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Tatum, a screen on Herder. To the middle. And finished off by Tatum.
When you have Tatum releasing on a screen, you know you have to find it.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Thompson outside. Detroit moving the ball around. Harris finds Thompson. Now Cunningham. Over Pritchard. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
It's a tough stretch for him right now. He may want to find a different way to stay involved.
That puts him in the lead.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
Cunningham passes to Harris. Back to Cunningham. Pass to Duren. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham.
They're going to work inside. I like how confident Jaylen is from this area.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Let's take a look at the players leading the way in assists here in the postseason. Second is Cade Cunningham, and of course Peyton Pritchard.
And those two guys have been dynamic in the postseason, providing a lot of playmaking.
.149 left to play in the first. Brown with it, picked by Vucevic. Shoots over Duren. Thompson pulls it in. Detroit has gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one. Pass to Herder. The three. Boston pulls it in. They've had a strong postseason showing and have only lost 2 of their games up to this point.
And you know, the effort level has certainly been there. But what's impressed me the most is the adaptability that they've shown facing different matchups and defensive schemes. They've showed great focus and determination in the pursuit of their goal to win a championship.
Well, as a scorer, Cunningham is equally comfortable from all 3 levels.
There's 53 seconds left in the opening quarter. Hauser outside. For 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Shot's good by Thompson.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
For Boston, they've got 6 of 8 shots to go. Tatum passes to Hauser. And that one is stuffed right through.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
There's 31 seconds left in the opening quarter. Cunningham outside. Thompson with a screen. Inside. And the slam dunk by by Thompson.
Flying high, Ausar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Picked by Vucevic. To the inside. Rebound Detroit. Duran's got 4 rebounds in the game. Fires away from way outside. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Celtics out in front, up 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And let's get you back onto the court for more of this pivotal Game 5. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Boston.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
And how about the work they've done inside, just owning the paint so far?
And so it's Pritchard with it. He brings it up for Boston. They've got Peyton Pritchard, and it's Hauser in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
Here's Jenkins. Pass to Stewart. Fires for 3. The rebound, Celtics. And here's Pritchard. No points yet. There's the triple. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Pistons trail by 5. Holland for 3. Here's Klintman. And he buries his first look.
Well, when you grab the offensive rebound, you're already right there at the rim. It makes the putback that much easier.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.
You see yourself on the screen and you show us your best move. Everybody get down. You must select your dancing shoes at home.
Checked in for Shireman. Detroit also making some changes. Thompson, he's checked in for Klintman. Herter comes in for Robinson. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Jenkins. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Now here's Pritchard. Yet to see a basket. Sure, from three-point range.
Well, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Pass to Stewart. Now Herter. And he's going for the oop here. Cunningham against Pritchard. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
And that's exactly how you attack length. I love how he doesn't lack assertiveness.
Well, the best approach against a bigger defender is to go right into their chest.
Cunningham drives in. Basket counts. Cunningham's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
I like when Cunningham is going right at the rim. He is so good at converting those opportunities.
There's a screen. Three-pointer, Pritchard. No luck on that one. Pistons trail by 6. Outside Herder. Pass to Thompson. Detroit moving the ball around. Now Cunningham. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Cade taking it in. It's tipped. Pritchard against Thompson. Now Pritchard. He's got 5. Here's Cada. And rejected.
Nice job by Cunningham there, staying with it and...
Big time!
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. Now here's Pritchard. Here's White, and it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Oh, you could feel the playoff intensity in that block. He's playing some extra aggressive defense out there.
Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Brown comes in for Pritchard. Detroit also making some changes. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. And Tobias Harris subbed in for Holland. 1:53 left in the first half of this one. Here's Brown. Boston again missing. Pistons trail by 4. Here's Harris. That won't go for him. Now 0 for 2.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
Here's Brown. Plenty of space. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
An all-NBA level player. Jaylen Brown has done a great job with his jumper. Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
1:10 left to play in the second quarter. The wide open shot is on the money. Brown's got 6.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
And that one's good. Cunningham.
Yeah, that was an easy one. Cade has every shot in his bag.
It's Brown on the wing. Oh, JB rattling the rim.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
There's 45 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Cunningham outside. Pass to Herder. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. Celtics lead by 8. Seconds left to play in the first half of basketball.
He got the space he wanted for his mid-range. He just wasn't able to convert.
And stolen by Brown. Nice look inside from Tatum.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
And so it's the Boston Celtics ending the quarter up 10. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. We'll be right back.
And we thank you for joining this postseason broadcast, and it's been an outstanding first half for the Boston Celtics.
They've made it fun to watch. Some of the best players in the world doing what they do best, Ernie.
Yeah, when everything clicks, it can be the most beautiful game on earth. 5 guys with one mission. Looking at how the Celtics are doing in this series. Guys, a chance for them to close out the series.
Yep, that's right, Ernie. But these games are tough. I mean, those other guys, they're fighting for their lives out there.
Yeah, so you got to get on them early. Come out strong and dominate like I always did. Don't give them the slightest hope.
Well, I, for one, am hoping for a good game. Don't take the hope away from me, Shaq. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
Happy to have you back with us for the Eastern Conference semifinals on 2K Sports. Wow, it's been quite a game for Jaylen Brown.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
Pritchard with it, and on the floor for J.B. Bickerstaff as we get into the second half. Thompson and Harris make up the forwards. Kevin Huerter out there with Cunningham, and it's Duren in at the 5.
But sometimes you gotta stick your nose in there like Tatum just did.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
Jason Tatum.
Falls for Tatum.
Just money from the line. Tatum knows the importance of making free throws.
And so Tatum nails both of them.
And Tatum is really a prototypical player for today's NBA. He's a do-it-all wing with great size, an effective jump shot. Plus, he's got that hunger you want in a star player.
Now here's Duren. And here's Cunningham outside. And he scores it. Now 5 of 9 from the field.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Vucevic. And Vucevic slams it in.
Love it when Vucevic attacks with intent. He has the size and strength to dominate around the cup.
The floater, and Thompson with a lay-in. Thompson's got 8.
Wow, what skill level to get that floater up and in right there. Nicely done.
Tatum with a screen. Down low. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
Until the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Please put your hands together and welcome to center court, Celtics, Mr. Thompson. Coming onto the floor now is Celtics defending. Make some noise for them.
Some of the most impressive shooters in the game. Here are the guys who have been hitting with consistency from outside the arc. 5th, Jason Tatum.
Some guys thrive on the postseason pressure. He's been an unbelievable floor spacer for them.
And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Here's Cunningham. And again, it's Detroit converting.
Well, all systems go here early on. That's 3 in a row since Jump Street.
Here's White. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Herder. Duren against Tatum. And Duren with the basket on the assist by Thompson. 6 points for Jalen Duren.
You can't play much better than this. That's 4 straight to start the half.
Vucevic, a screen on Harris. Tatum passes to Vucevic. Misses in close. Pistons trail by 7. And he lobs it up. Vucevic with a steal. Pritchard against Herder. Pritchard surviving the D. Fires the 3. Again, the miss by Boston. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. The 3, here's Harris. Sinks it from distance. Harris has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Boston leading by 4. Pass to Tatum. Brown with a screen. There's the 3. Oh, Tatum's triple is pure.
Well, that's helping your team. By and large, he's taking shots he knows he can take.
Tatum with a steal. Here's White. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now a 9-point Celtic lead.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Thompson outside. Harris outside. Detroit moving the ball around. Pass to Cunningham. Now here's Duren. Just 5 on the clock. The 3 from Thompson. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Picked by Vucevic. Pritchard, the pass to Vucevic. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Rolling with purpose off the pick. Vooch, impressive basketball IQ, is really featured in screen and roll.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
They're just giving away a run right now. The question is, can they stop the tide?
Well, let's pump the brakes right here. Put a Band-Aid on this, and you've got to turn it around. The momentum is going the other way.
Cadiz checked in for Vucevic. Garza comes in for Tatum. And it's Hauser in for White. And the Pistons will go for a different look here. Stewart, he's checked in for Harris. Holland comes in for Thompson. Robinson, he's checked in for Herder. Jenkins comes in for Cade Cunningham. A minute 6 left in the third quarter. Stewart outside. Pass to Holland. Here's Jenkins to win the run. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Here's Brown. Oh, look at Brown. Bang it inside.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
Well, you have to love the execution, and you have to love the relentlessness.
And a big finish by Robinson.
Oh, come on, B.A. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job in help.
That's the kind of play that could spark a run. A dunk like that energizes everyone on the team.
Counted from distance.
Yeah, tonight has been all about Jaylen Brown, a legit star in this league.
Pass to Jenkins. Off target with the 3. against Brown. The three is up. And he can't get that one. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Celtics leading by 14. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
And welcome back, folks, for more Eastern Conference semifinal action. Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. Then it's Sam Hauser, then it's Derek White, and it's Gonzalez in at the point guard position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. White finds Tatum. Fires from deep. And Cunningham pulls it down. Pistons trail by 14. Pass to Robinson. Now Stewart, pounded by Tatum. 6 to shoot. Back to Robinson. Takes a 3. The rebound, Celtics. Outside Tatum. They set the screen from outside the arc. The putback.
Wow, that is just great work, and he got rewarded with that tip-in.
Cunningham against White. And that one's good. Cunningham.
Well, that's why he's an all-star. When Cunningham gets going, there is no answer defensively.
We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Here's Tatum. No good on that one. 5 for 9 in the game. Pass to Holland. For 3, Robinson hits the trifecta.
Well, the defense needs to be better there. They gave way too much space.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Teams changing it up here. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. And they told the team, let's keep doing what we're doing. We're up. Do not forget that. They told their team to just relax, to have fun, and to finish this one out. We'll see if they do, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Outside Tatum. Tatum, a screen on Thompson. Here's Brown. And Cunningham pulls it down. Cunningham's got his 4th rebound in this one. Driving inside. Now Harris. Oh, the stuff!
And defensively, that's what you want to avoid. You don't want to foul Harris because he's a great free throw shooter.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
I mean, they played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
I really like their effort in transition tonight, constantly pushing the pace and then turning that into points.
White against Cunningham. From downtown. Rebounded by Vucevic. No need to rush here. Take your time.
Take your time. This is where you can reset and try to get a good shot.
And he can't stop the run as that misses. Pistons trail by 8. Here's Duren. Tatum with a steal. Vucevic. Oh, Harris with the block.
That is great anticipation by Harris. When he's working this hard defensively, he's a difference maker.
Cunningham against Tatum. Book it!
And they're on a big run to make this game interesting. Can't let up now.
Well, they've closed the gap, and now they're trying to get this to a one-possession game.
Now here's Tatum. Here's the pass to Brown. Oh, nice setup for the slam.
They're taking over this one in effortless fashion. When Brown is cooking like this, keep working the ball to him.
Detroit has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Cunningham fires. Rebounded by Vucevic.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Brown. Oh, okay. We see you, Jalen. Strong in traffic. And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Against Pritchard. Brown pulls down the board.
The defense doing just enough there to affect that shot.
Vucevic, a screen on Herder. White! Can't hit it. Pistons trail by 10. Here's Herder. Cunningham! Rebounded by Vucevic.
These guys really stepped up and played their hearts out to finish the series on their terms. So it's going to be on to the next round for the Celtics.
One area where they set themselves apart today, their aggressiveness in getting steals.
It really hindered their opponent all game long. And, of course, it helped spark their own offense.
And over the course of this series, the difference in talent level between these teams became clear.
Well, there was a difference in just about every aspect, not just talent. It was coaching, effort, intensity, just a dominating performance. And now they'll have some time to rest up and put everything in place for the next round.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Jason Tatum.
I have to say, he was totally unleashed tonight. Flying up and down the court, helping out however he could. He made a big impact on both ends.
And the Boston Celtics will move on They snuff out any chance at a comeback with the Game 5 win. Now it's on to the conference finals.
If anyone had doubts about this team and its resilience, I think those have been put to rest. The championship's much more within their reach now, but next round they face a very difficult test.
Time for us to say so long. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage during the second round of the NBA Eastern Conference playoffs. With Tim Legler, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Jason Tatum.